Hi, I'm Megan and welcome to my kitchen. In today's What's for Dinner video, I'll be sharing with you what meals we had this past week. Our dinners were easy to make, budget-friendly, and delicious. So if you'd like to get some weeknight meal ideas for your family, then just keep watching. And make sure you stick around until the end as I will be announcing my 2,000 subscriber giveaway winner. First up, I'm trying a new recipe for air fryer chicken tenders. I'll include this recipe and other recipes from today's video in the description box below. For one of my sides, I'm making this Kraft macaroni and cheese. This is the cauliflower kind. We really enjoy this. It's one of our favorites. I'm just going to cook this according to the package instructions, and then at the very end, I like to add in a slice of American cheese and just stir that until it's melted. In this first small dish, I'm going to add an egg, and then the recipe didn't call for some water, but I added just maybe a tablespoon or two of water, and then I'm going to season that with some salt and pepper, whisk that with a fork until the egg and water are well combined. Then in the second bowl, I'm going to add in the Italian breadcrumbs and the panko breadcrumbs, and the recipe really didn't call for any seasoning. You don't have to season it. I mean, you could just use the Italian seasoned breadcrumbs and leave that, but I really feel like it needs a little bit more seasoning, and I'm glad that I added some. So I decided to use some ranch dressing mix and then some garlic powder and a little paprika, and then I also added just a little bit of sea salt to this. Then I'm going to take a fork and stir the breadcrumbs and seasonings together, and then that will be my breadcrumb dredge. Usually when I make chicken tenders, I just use a chicken breast or two and slice them into chicken tenderloin shapes because I don't like that white stringy thing, whatever it's called, that run through chicken tenderloins. But today I'm using chicken tenderloins because I wanted to try that hack that I've seen everywhere, I'm sure you have as well, where you remove that using a paper towel and a fork. I don't know if I did it wrong or what, but I had a lot of problems with it. I had trouble holding on to it, and then it also like ripped the chicken tenders in half, which is fine, but I'm going to try it again and hopefully it will work better the next time, but you can use either or. I'm just going to take those chicken tenders, dip them on both sides into the egg, then into the breadcrumbs. Then I'm going to spray both sides really well with some cooking spray, and I cooked these in the air fryer at 400 degrees for about 5 or 6 minutes each side, or until they are cooked until 165 degrees internal temperature. And here's the finished plate. So we have the chicken tenders, the macaroni and cheese, and then I did some quick like Mandy in the Making style green beans. I didn't feel like cooking up any bacon, so I just used a little bit of bacon grease and then some bacon bits, and then the green beans, chicken stock, garlic powder, and brown sugar that her recipe calls for. And then my husband dipped his chicken fingers in ketchup. I dipped mine in honey mustard. This was a good, simple, easy, quick dinner to put together. You could really season the chicken and the breading however you would like, and that was dinner this night. Tonight for dinner, I made some simple BLTs. I'm sure you probably know how to make a BLT, but I've shared how I like to make ours on my channel before, so I'll include a link in the description box below for that and pop an iCard up. With the BLTs, we just had some chips, and this was dinner this night. Tonight for dinner, I'm making smothered pork burritos. I believe I may have shared this before on my channel. If I have, I'll include a link to my video in the description box below. This is one of my favorite meals. A restaurant local to us had something like this on their menu, but they closed down with everything going on, in the past year. And so I've been craving this, and I crave it often. And so I've tried to recreate it at home best I can. I don't have an exact recipe for this, but I'll show you how I make it. I'm going to start out by making the rice because that's going to be one of my sides, but I also need it to put in the burrito itself. I'm using this old El Paso Spanish style rice. Haven't tried this before this night, but we actually enjoyed this. I'm going to cook it according to the package instructions, and there are also instructions for the microwave on the back. So to make the burritos, here I have 2 burrito-sized tortillas. I've warmed these up in the microwave for a few seconds until they're nice and pliable. I'm going to add a little bit of rice, and then I'm going to add some refried beans. I just have a can of refried beans that I added a little bit of water, salt, and pepper to, and I warmed those up on the stove while the rice was cooking. Here I'm adding some leftover Cafe Rio style pulled pork. I have a separate video on how I make this. I'll include it in the description box below. It's delicious. You could of course use whatever filling you like, ground beef, ground turkey, chicken steak, whatever you like. Next I'm going to add my cheese. Monterey Jack cheese would be more, I guess, traditional in this, but I just have some mozzarella cheese on hand, so that's what I'm going to use. Then I'm going to roll up the burrito. I am not at all a burrito folding expert, but I'm going to roll it up the best I can. And then on top of the burrito, I'm going to to add some salsa verde. This is from Trader Joe's. Next, I'm going to add some queso dip. I do like to make my own. I use a Love Missy XO's recipe. I'll link that in the description box below, but tonight I wanted to keep it super easy. I'm just using some of this Gordo's cheese dip. So I'm going to add some of that. And then here is my plate. I have the burrito, some of the rice and refried beans with some pico de gallo and guacamole. My mom was over for dinner this night and she actually enjoyed this as well. This was delicious and a really quick and easy dinner. Tonight for dinner, I'm trying a new recipe for barbecue ranch grilled chicken. This recipe is from Plain Chicken. I'll include a link to her recipe in the description box below. I'm going to start out by making the marinade for the chicken. It's really easy. It's just 2 ingredients, barbecue sauce and ranch dressing. I'm going to stir those until they're well combined and then place the marinade in a Ziploc bag with some chicken breasts. And then you just marinate this for, 30 minutes or an hour if you have it. Overnight is best. Now, a quick note here. I'm sure you probably know this, but just in case you're new to cooking, use a barbecue sauce and ranch dressing that you actually enjoy. With those 2 ingredients really being the only ingredients in the marinade, if you use a barbecue sauce or ranch dressing that you don't like, that's kind of what your chicken's going to taste like. So for example, if you don't like a really sweet barbecue sauce, don't use a sweet barbecue sauce for this marinade. Use something that you like. For one of the side dishes, I'm going to make some quick sauteed zucchini. I just have 2 zucchini that I've cut into like planks. I have some avocado oil in the skillet. The skillet is over about medium heat. I'm going to add the zucchini, and then you can season this however you'd like. I'm just keeping it simple. I'm adding some salt and pepper and garlic powder, and then I'm just going to saute that until the zucchini is golden brown and nice and tender. I'm going to cook my chicken on my Cuisinart griddler. You, of course, could cook it on an outside grill, but it was raining this day, so I decided to do it inside. I've preheated this griddler. I'm going to spray it with a little bit of cooking spray, add my chicken, and then I cooked it for about 4 or 5 minutes on each side or until the chicken reached 165 degrees. For my second side, I'm making a watermelon feta salad. I know that might sound a little weird if you've never had it, but trust me, it's delicious. I had this for the first time a couple years ago and fell in love. It is so summery and fresh and bright. I love this. I highly recommend you give this a try. In this bowl, I have some watermelon that I've cubed up. Make sure you use the seedless watermelon, by the way. I'm adding some crumbled feta cheese and then some basil that I've just sliced into thin strips. I'm going to add a little bit of salt, and I have to add salt to my watermelon. How about you? Do you put salt on your watermelon, or is that just a southern thing? But after I add the salt, I'm going to add a little bit of this balsamic glaze. I like this from Trader Joe's. And then that's it. The salad will be ready. Here is the finished chicken, the finished zucchini, and the finished salad. And next I will show you our plate. And here are the finished plates. This dinner was so good. It was the perfect summer night dinner. It didn't heat the whole house up, and it was light, but it was also super refreshing and delicious. For the last 2 meals in this week's video, we ate out. We were traveling to Kentucky to visit my grandfather and my uncle. For the first meal, I got a chicken bacon ranch hoagie and a bacon ranch pasta salad. I really wasn't expecting a whole lot from the hoagie just because it was simple chicken bacon ranch, but this was delicious. I cannot wait to go back and have this. It was so good, but sometimes the simple things can be delicious. Then for this next dinner, I had steak tips with sauteed onions and mushrooms, a baked sweet potato, and not pictured was a salad, and that was our dinner. It was so good. And now for the 2,000 subscriber giveaway winner. It is the Unmodern Millennial. Congratulations. My email will be in the description box below. Please send me an email and we will work out how to get you your gift. And to those who didn't win, thank you so much. Whether you just watch my videos or you're subscribed to my channel or leave comments, I truly appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you have a great rest of the day. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button below and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.